Okay, now the course, as I told you, really is organized. The first section, as you can see, I gave the elements of fiction, as you can see, and I have 10 little, you know, titles for you, or components or elements of fiction. As you can see, story, plot, theme, character and action, characterization, setting, point of view, style, tone and atmosphere, and symbol. And then I move on, as you can see, again with the other, you know, components of the whole course. So really today, to start with the first, as you can see, the first section in my introduction here, I talk about this course. I say, you know, really is to tell you here, this course aims, as you can see, to enable students to be, to know something about the kind of literature that we have, you know, whether fiction or non-fiction. And again, which is here, the title or the subtitle of the course is called Prose. And as we said, we will include short stories, fables, parables, which are really like short stories, and autobiography and essay. Now, of course, here I think the choice that I have decided here is, as you know, I know that students' background and cultural differences and so on from those texts. So that's why we would be reading these stories or whatever, and we will look about you know, their value, and in this way, of course, is to understand literature in relation, of course, mainly through English, because we are doing here English, and I think we have more people waiting. No. Yeah. So the idea I'm saying here, how we understand these texts, as I said, we have to be open-minded and to see how these really texts will serve us in a way. And the idea here is, as I say in this last paragraph, that the whole course really is designed to provide a reasonably comprehensive and simplified account of the elements of fiction, making or biography writing as generally, yeah, it says in my connection, yeah, generally conceived by readers and critics alike. So the focus of this course will be more on the short story genre, which somehow includes the fable and all the technical elements. Well, I lost connection and I'm back again. I don't know what's wrong with this. Good. Yeah, let me share this again. Yeah, can you see my screen again? Hello, people. Okay, so what I'm saying here is that these elements of fiction, which I call really here, they include, I said, we will talk about elements of fiction and then biography and then the essay, as I said last time. So today, the first section is, you know, I will start with the elements of fiction. Now, the first important person and critic really and novelist who really have talked about this is A.M. Forster in his great book called Aspects of the Novel. Now, before Forster, other people like the American guy Percy Lubbock in his book called The Craft of Fiction, discussed the same material from the perspective of a critic who was theorizing about the genre. And again, before Lubbock, we have Henry James. Henry James really also, he wrote about this in his book there called, of course, Theory of Fiction. And again, or in a way, many people talked about it indirectly, but really the best man to talk about this or to quote, and I have used a lot, is A.M. Forster in his book, Aspects of the Novel. Really, Forster argues that studying the nature of fiction entails some artificial division of this mode of writing into various, constituents. So really what I'm saying here is the division between when we say the plot, story, character, etc. These are artificial divisions, really, in a way, not completely always possible to do this. Okay, can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes, Doctor, clearly.
Yeah, very good. Girls? Girls?
I can hear you, Doctor.
Yeah. We have more people chatting. Yeah, let me see what they are saying here. The thing is, sometimes when you show your screen, sometimes it's not easy to see what everybody is doing, and the chat and all this carry on. Anyway, the first element of fiction really is story. Okay. I don't know what they are saying. I have to, let me see. Maybe they're saying something important. What? Yes, it's clear. Now it's better. It's clear. Yes. We can hear you. Yeah, doctor, your voice was in slow motion. I don't listen. Okay. Yeah, okay, fine, fine. I think everybody is happy now. Alhamdulillah, which is good. Yeah, well, depends, you see, on the internet, and this is the problem, and I think this is the idea all the time. Okay, so the first element of fiction is story. Now, what is story is simple, really. Now, we say everything we say, everything we write, a letter, a story, a speech, a poem, a play, anything really must have a story. There is something that we have to say. And story really in fiction is interesting, and it's important to say that, yeah, every piece of writing, every piece of fiction is going to tell us about something. So this something is what we call story. You want to say to your friends or to anybody, I did this and this and that, we did this and this and that, etc. So here you are telling a piece of news, you are telling a piece of information. So in a way, this is the story, because you can't write something about nothing. A story is the thing, the event itself, which you really want to say to people and convey to people. And I think this is the idea here in this way. Let me see, am I recording? Yes, I think I am, yeah. So here I'm saying every piece of fiction tells a story or tells something about people. The meaning of story in its lowest level here is the act of telling a certain event about someone through language. Yes, you say, yesterday we went to London. yesterday my father brought me something. You know, you're telling a story. And this is the idea here, the question of giving a piece of news. So you are telling a certain event about someone, yeah, someone. And we say through language, of course, through language, because how else we can say things. So story is the straightforward information about what happened to someone on a certain time in history. So for example, we say, John went to London, my wife arrived to Muscat, and my children were blocked. Yeah? Anybody asking? Okay, so the idea here I'm saying is,
Doctor?
yeah? What's going on here? This is the second time I lose connection. And are you back? Hello? Can you hear me? I can't understand when he says my connection is unstable and I have the full, you know, the router is full, you know, the sign, the signature, you know, the sign there shows that it's complete. I don't know. I can't hear anything, me too, yeah. Wallahi, I'm sorry, I don't know, maybe as you say, because at this time,